So like you said, when you first start off on the first date, they're just trying to see if you're crazy. They just want you to,
Yeah,
plan. They want you to pay for the first meal. As the
yeah.
relationship grows, do you feel that the roles grow, or are they the same from dating from the first date until you get married? Or is there a transition throughout?
Well, I kind of feel like how you start the relationship is how you end the relationship.
Okay.
So you have to kind of let it be known from the beginning, like what you're looking for. So there's not any confusion. So if she's looking for a relationship that's traditional and you're not about that, you kind of need to let her know in the beginning, so there's not any confusion later on. So what I'm saying is like when a relationship first starts out and you're first starting dating, you're laying the foundation. Like you're coming to sort of kind of like an agreement
Mm-hmm.
of where things might be later on. And then, later on, like you're kind of cruising, or at least you should be, because like you've already kind of figured out what you guys are both looking for in the beginning and you've came to an agreement. So, I mean, that's how I feel about it.
Okay.
I think it changes as y'all get to know each other and y'all learn each other's pet peeves and stuff like that. Some stuff remain the same. Most of the most of the stuff that we've been taught growing up kind of remains the same. But once y'all discuss between one another who gonna do what, then I think it changes as y'all grow with each other.
Definitely. Definitely.
Real
Yeah. For
talk.
me, I mean, I feel like for me personally, it's a progression because when I first go out, it's more so I don't put too much effort and too much energy into somebody I just met because I don't know where it's going to go. But as long as I'm dating them and we continue to grow, my effort and my output changes, and what I take ownership of, what I take pride of in the relationship, because I don't give that same energy to everybody. Because like you said, you gotta buffer and feel for people, and not everybody deserves all your energy, all your, what I'm saying, your time, all your money, because it's an investment. What do you guys feel is more important to you in a relationship, having a partner that's a nurturer or a partner that can help provide?
Well, I mean, for me, I mean, I would say nurturer,
Nurturer.
uh, because I kind of look at myself as a provider, but at the same time, I mean, I don't want to feel like it's 100% on me as a provider. Like I would want her to contribute too, but
Mm-hmm.
a woman providing is definitely not one of the things that, like, the top things that I look for in a woman.
Okay.
And I think there's a lot of confusion there on that one. And I'm
Explain.
sure, that you fellas can probably relate to that because, like I know, I've heard a lot of ladies, and you have too, have said, I don't know why I can't find a man. I got these degrees, like I make this amount per year, like I own my own house, I mean, et cetera, et cetera, but at least for me, and I know a lot of other guys, like a woman's ability to provide is not necessarily like the top thing, that we're looking for.
Okay.
And I think that there's kind of like a lot of confusion and misconception going on there.
I would say a nurturer too. Like I say, because I do have a daughter, so I do want her to learn how to be a nurturer. Of course, I do want her to know how to provide for herself in case
Mm.
she's by herself. But uh, it's like you were saying with the woman who said I can't get a man because of the degrees and stuff like that. It's because they keep dating these simple dudes, man. Like dudes that's afraid of a woman. They reminds me of that episode of Martin when he found out Gina made more money than him.
Yeah.
Mm.
Uh, it like it stabs them in their pride. You know what I'm saying? To know
Mm-hmm.
that they girl outdoing them. So
Okay.
I mean, if you're able to just put that on a back burner and love her for her, then I think those women would be able to find a man. They just got to find the right kind of man. Quit dating these knuckleheads.
True
Okay.
that. And yeah, like let me expound a little bit. You know, it's kind of like I don't think, you know, like a lot of women really understand men, you know, because, you know, most guys, I mean, we kind of do, you know, like need a nurturer. And, you know, like when we're out trying to find women, I mean, like wherever we may do it at, I mean, we're not necessarily being like that chick, you know, look like she got a lot of degrees, you know, let me holler at that. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, yeah, I mean, like, I love smart women too. I mean, like, I really, really do, you know, but like, in terms of like what men really need, I mean, a woman's ability, you know, to provide, I mean, that's not really the top of our list.
I mean, I definitely feel where both of you are coming from. I feel both of you are speaking from a provider's standpoint, because not all men are providers. Of course, you know, like you said, knuckleheads, they go by different names. Bums, dudes who just basically, you know, have no ambition, have, you know, no drive, don't care about anybody but themselves. And
the ones that's living with a woman and you see them drop her off to work in her car, and then they go back home. And it's like
yeah, Jody, boy.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I feel like that caused a lot of confusion, you know, over the last couple of decades, because that's becoming more common. You know what I mean? And it makes it harder when they come across a man that's a provider, because now you're fighting for head of the household, or fighting, you know, for a position of power, because that's usually what the position that they hold, in my experience. So, I mean, it varies. So with that being said, would you be able to date a woman who makes more than you?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I could. I'm definitely not one of those guys, you know, who are intimidated by a woman's earning potential. You know, I just want to kind of let it be known, you know, that earning potential is not, you know, something that, like, a woman's ability to earn is not necessarily something, you know, that I'm looking for in a woman. You know, I have other things in mind, but, you know, like, I am definitely not intimidated by that. And as a matter of fact, you know, a woman on her A game, I mean, it actually inspires me. You know, so that's how I think.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with it. I wouldn't be intimidated by it neither. I mean, I'd just be like, hey, you need me to help out. You know, how can I make your day better?
Right. Okay. Definitely. Okay. This next question was a big question I had with the ladies. It definitely took a turn for something different that I didn't expect. And this question is, what do you prefer when dating, texting or calling?
Let's get into it, man. Let's do it, man.
Definitely.
You know what? See me, I mean, I'm a texter. I mean, but I could kind of go both ways with it, you know, because, you know, like, I do enjoy to talk. I do enjoy talking, you know, I do enjoy communicating, but I don't want to feel like when I'm interacting with the woman, you know, like, that she's judging how many times that I'm texting her, waiting for me to call.
Okay.
And that's happened before, by the way.
Okay.
You know, like you know, like that's happened before, by the way. You know, like I was, you know, like talking to a woman and texting her, and you could just tell by the vibe, you know, that she was just waiting, you know, for me to call. And, you know, and it actually, I mean, and I wasn't even really talking to her that long.
Right.
You know, so I kind of need someone to be a little bit flexible.
Okay.
You know, because texting is not all that I'm trying to do. But at the same time, I don't want to make it feel like from the first time that I met you, if I text you good morning, then somehow it's a problem.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm kind of 50-50 on that one, because I don't want to talk all the time. but I do want to talk because when you're talking with somebody, because text can get miscrewed. And I've had that happen a lot where somebody misread the text because you don't put a comma in the right place, an exclamation point, a period, or of course there's that, oh man, and I hate it. The 222 there. Oh, I hate women that can't get that right, boy. The thing about it is I ain't even no English major.
Yeah.
but
And it's important that you pointed that out because they would say it's mainly us who be doing that.
Right.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't mind texting, but I do want to talk because when you talk, you get to laugh and stuff like that. You get to basically you feel each other's vibe better through the talking than you do through the texting.
Right. Yeah. I mean, for me, I feel like texting has become a big part. Like I'm good either way. But like you say, Ken, I'm not trying to be on the phone with everybody, especially when I'm just, dating. I might text people until I'm, because my schedule's crazy. I'm sure everybody's schedule's crazy. We're in DC. Everybody's moving and going so much. So texting is more convenient. But when I first started dating in DC, texting was all women wanted to do. Like, they looked at me crazy when I said, yo, when would you be free to talk on the phone? And they would look like, phone? Like, who talks on the phone anymore? So I'm like, I've been overseas for 3 years. Maybe I'm out of touch. So I'm thinking it's me, but I'm like, this is the new norm.
Let me see if I can break it down, man. I mean, like I've noticed that when women reach a certain age, they kind of get a little bit more serious. And they kind of feel like that they don't really have time to waste. And that's kind of where the phone calls come in. They're kind of like, well, hey, I need to see where this guy's head's at, so I don't have time to be texting, so I need him to call me and, and I need him to say exactly what his intentions are. And I feel him, but at the same time, I mean, I'm kind of like, chill, you know what I'm saying? Because, this isn't a job interview. Like, this isn't, like contract negotiation, to where you need to kind of bring intensity and I don't have any time to waste and what I need to know exactly what your intentions are. I mean, at the same time, I mean, you don't want to waste your time, but this is people, like you need to actually be a little bit flexible and give someone the chance to actually get to know you. So if that person wants to text you good morning, I mean, let it ride. I could understand like if that's all he does, but it shouldn't be like you're actually counting how many times he texts you before he calls. And I think we're at that point, bro. I think we're there.
With that being said, what would you prefer, or does it bother you that if a woman's the aggressor, if she pursues you, she approaches you, she comes to holler at you, does that bother you? Or because for me, I've learned that this is becoming more of a normal thing now, and I want to get you guys take on that. If that's something that makes you uncomfortable or you just don't care.
Kind of turns you on a little bit.
Okay. Well, I mean, okay, so it's explain. Why does it turn you
on? Because, and I'm not gonna say only Aries will see this, but we're like, we what they call it? What is it? What is the thing where once our attention is on something else, it's gone. So my thing with a lot of the women that I date is because they can keep my attention.
Got you. Okay.
So when a woman comes after me, because like me, I enjoy the chase. Don't get me wrong. I'm a hunter. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy the chase. But when a woman's chasing after me, I'm the bait this time.
Okay.
Yeah. I think every guy at some point likes to be pursued. You know what I'm saying? At least once.
Okay.
If a dude say he don't likes to be pursued at least once, then something wrong with him.
Look, I'm a cosign on that, because it feels kind of good, like every now and then, like you might be out minding your business, and a woman approach you, like it's nothing wrong with that, like the few times it happened to me, I might have been out chilling somewhere, and a woman approached me, come up and like, I just want to let you know, that you're an attractive man, and I would like to get to know you better. I'm like, well, damn, okay, all right.
Definitely. Definitely.
So, no, I mean, it's nothing wrong with that, and I would think most dudes wouldn't have a problem with that, like it's a good change of pace, but at the same time, like I kind of feel like I'm a hunter too, but if a woman want to step to me, and let me lead from there, I mean, so be it.
I feel that. So with that being said, both of you saying that you're hunters, do you feel that dating is more about quantity or quality?
Yes, it depends.
Quality.
Quality for you?
Quality, yeah. Like, I mean, because quantity, it gets old after a while. And then, of course, once you get, like Ken was saying, when women reach a certain age, they go from texting to wanting to talk. It's the same way with guys. Once you reach a certain age, it's like, I want kids now. I want a family. So that's when, it's all about, forget what my boys say. I don't want to do this quantity thing no more. I want that one chick that's going to set everything off. And it's going to be me and her, Bonnie and Clyde. Oh, what's the new one? Queen and Slim.
Definitely.
We're going to be Queen and Slim around this joint.
I'll co-sign on that. Co-sign on that. It all depends on where you are in life, because I went through a quantity stage before, like I'm sure a lot of other fellas have, but I'm at the stage now, where it's all about quality, so it's all about maturation too.
Okay. Well said. Okay. So can you guys tell me the difference between dating and being in a relationship? Because some people tend to blur that line, and I want to get you guys' input on that.
Well, I mean, have you made it clear, that this is an exclusive thing? Because to me, that's where the relationship begins. Once you have that conversation and make it clear that this is an exclusive thing, so, like as far as dating, someone can date a lot of people, because dating to me is you're just kind of like going out with people and you're just kind of getting to know people. You know what I'm saying? But a relationship is actually once you have that talk and once you're like, okay, like I want to make this exclusive and, and I want us to only see each other. So, that's what I say.
Okay. What about you, E?
Oh, I totally agree. Because if I'm dating, then that means we're not together. So, I mean, for real. Like, I mean, hell, man, it's been a point back in the day where, I've had several women and, people be like, all of them and ain't nobody tripping. It was because I was totally honest up front. And I'd be like, hey, if you see me in public with somebody, don't trip. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, if I see you in public with somebody, I'm not going to trip. And I gave them the choice to deal with me.
Right.
And that's one reason why I'm still cool with all of my exes and a lot of women that I dated, because to me and to them, I didn't do them wrong because, like I say, I gave them that choice up front. And if they wanted to deal with me, they dealt with me. But when it came to a relationship, then it was like, got to cut all y'all off because I'm with her.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And then, like I say, they didn't feel like I did them wrong because up front I let them know, if you're gonna say we dating, then that means to me you going out with other guys, so I should be able to go out with other girls.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're gonna say it's us and we're in a relationship, then it's me and you against the world. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay. All right. So last question. What are your thoughts on dating in today's culture? And if you could give one piece of advice to someone pursuing a relationship or someone in a relationship, what would it be?
I would say know what you want. Know what you want. Pursue that, and also heal yourself. Because it's a lot of people out here, like men and women, like carrying a lot of baggage, that's preventing them from getting what they want. So the first thing I would say is actually know what you want out of dating. Like be real with yourself, know exactly what you're looking for. And then after that, like heal all your baggage, heal yourself, so when you finally do meet that person, like you're presenting the best version of you that you can.
Definitely.
Shoot, man. In today's world, believe it or not, which is funny to me because this is where I'm not an expert. To me, it's like a lot of people do online dating nowadays. And to me, I'm a better meet you in person type of guy. Like I've been on like dating sites and stuff like that, and it never really panned out. But most of the people that I've met, I was like, oh, if we meet in person, you'll like me. You know what I'm saying? But because online dating is almost like just straight texting. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't get to feel the person because you don't see them, you don't hear them, But yeah, I definitely like when he say know what you want and heal your baggage, because a lot of the women that I get nowadays, they still holding on to what they ex did to them. There's very few women that have let that go, and then I'm pretty sure it's the same way with guys, where a woman meets a guy and everything she does, my ex used to do that. You know what I'm saying? You got to let that stuff go, man. You got to treat every person as an individual, and you got to give them a clean slate, give them enough rope to hang themselves, and don't be an accuser and stuff like that. Just give everybody the benefit of the doubt. Like start off, like I say, like a baby born into the world. Give them a chance to mess up. Don't automatically put them in this category over here. Have it straight down the middle. And once they start messing up and showing you red flags, then you can start acting the donkey on them.
Yeah, man. You got to do the work, to heal yourself. And from what I've noticed, a lot of people kind of don't want to do that work, because if you have baggage, I mean, it's kind of easier, to kind of hop from relationship to relationship, or just kind of blame it on your ex, blame it on men, blame it on women, rather than to actually look yourself in the mirror and be like, okay, what is it about me that's not getting me to my desired outcome? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people are afraid of that. A lot of people really are afraid, to kind of deal with that baggage, man.